in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the February 2nd, 2026 meeting of the Long Meadow Select Board. This is Select Board Vice Chair Vineet Hemavati. I'll be filling in here at the beginning until our Chair, Josh Levine, is able to join us in person. He's joining by Zoom right now. I will be confirming that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Shelley Maynard DeWolf.
Here.
Andrew Lamb.
Here.
Dan Zorko.
Here.
And Josh Levine. Do we have you? Perfect. And staff, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Lynn Simmons.
Here.
Mike Barbieri.
Here.
Peggy Sheldon.
Here.
This open meeting of the Long Meadow Select Board is convened in person and via Zoom webinar as posted on the agenda and town's website, identifying how the public may join. There's no chat or Q&A function. All of the materials for this meeting are available on the agenda posted on longmeadowma.gov. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda unless I note otherwise. This meeting will feature resident comment. For residents attending the meeting in person, please raise your hand when we get to the comment section of the meeting, and I will call on you to approach the microphone. For residents participating in the meeting via Zoom webinar format, please use the raise hand icon at the bottom of the screen. The meeting moderator will promote you to panelist, unmute you, and give you permission to speak. If you join the webinar by phone, dial *9 to raise your hand and *6 to unmute. Residents who wish to speak will identify their names and addresses only. Each individual is afforded 3 minutes for comments. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and that some attendees are participating by video conference. Please remember to mute your phone or computer when you're not speaking. If anyone in attendance is recording this meeting, please announce yourself now. Okay, great. And now we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll begin with Select Board announcements. The annual town election is set for June 2nd. Nomination papers are now available for residents interested in running for elected office. Completed nomination papers must be submitted to the town clerk's office no later than Tuesday, April 7th. For additional information, please visit longmeadowma.gov/elections. Last year, the Community Preservation Committee voted to accept applications twice a year, provided that there were adequate funds available to consider a second round of applications. With the annual town meeting project cycle completed, the CPC will now be accepting applications to be submitted by April 7th for possible consideration at the 2026 Fall Special Town Meeting. The application form and information about the application process can be found on the Community Preservation Committee page. The Town of Long Meadow municipal offices will be closed on Monday, February 16th in observance of President's Day. The next Select Board meeting is scheduled for February 23rd. And with that, we are now, we'll move into resident comments. Anyone here to make a resident comment?
Yes, I'll say.
All right, name, address, and 3 minutes. Hold on, let me get my timer.
Tom Shea, 81 Green Meadow Drive, starting. All of you have a fiduciary responsibility to the taxpayers for the $30 million of Long Meadow general obligation bonds for the fiber project. I find the Fiber Spring model superficial. At the last meeting, it sounded like the town's CFO was starting to review the model. There's a lot of work ahead for all of you. Fully vetted 20-year model is needed. Has anyone spoken with Standard & Poor's? In September 2025, S&P stated the middle school debt will produce debt metrics that will fall below those of comparable rated state peers. Outsized debt metrics along with limited economic growth could pressure the rating in the future, and a revised debt policy is needed. $30 million of fiber debt was not mentioned in the S&P analysis. It was likely not told of it. The $30 million as a standalone basis would be rated B or double B at best, which is speculative. Will Long Meadow's debt rating and interest costs be impacted by the fiber debt? Were you surprised that the current proposed debt is 20-year maturities with bullet payments totaling $14 million, 20 years from issuance? Previous financial proposals from Fiber Spring were 30 years fully amortizing, but is likely discovered but not disclosed to you that technology bonds can only be 20 years per MGL Chapter 44, Section 8. South Hadley, West Springfield both have 20-year fully amortizing debt for fiber, 20-year. In the last 30 years, every bond issued by Long Meadow has fully amortized to maturity with no bullet. At your last meeting, a select board member asked a question about the 14 million of bullets and refinancing, was told by the town management, there seems to be an issue. In the finance world, this is referred to as a potential fatal flaw. What is the status of the issue? A call to bond counsel and one to the Mass DOR should have produced an answer by now. What is it? Other model issues, the Fiber Spring fee of 30% of revenue.
And that's all. Oh, no, sorry.
I got 2
No,
minutes.
Yeah, I know, I
I
apologize.
reclaim my
I
time.
apologize. Just-
No problem. So I got a minute. Other model issues, the Fiber Spring fee of 30% of revenues is not detailed in the model, but is a deduction to arrive at net revenue. Why was this not disclosed in the model, and who negotiated this? The IGA you approved with Sheld had a completely blank Exhibit A that was supposed to contain both a scope and cost of services, which are essential pieces of a valid contract. Negative cash flow for the first 8 years was never previously discussed and is actually 9 negative years. The $491,000 owed to the general fund from the first debt borrowing as required by the warrant was not modeled. Estimated construction costs are over the original budget by millions, and projected monthly fiber fee is $90, up by 20%. What happened, and are you comfortable with the current assumptions and modeling? Could you kindly stop discussing $2.5 million of profits going back to the town, a pilot, and referencing Whip City paying for new athletic fields? MLP utilities operate and
Now
provide
that's
the
3
lowest
minutes,
cost
Tom.
for consumers. Whip
Thank
City
you.
is third-party revenue.
And
Do
I
not
think
make
we've
promises.
got, Josh
Thank you.
has his hand raised.
I think he's trying to
You
move
did
in as a
that.
panelist.
Oh,
did.
okay, okay.
Can you hear us, Josh?
He's just saying that he's in the attendee, so you can move him in as a panelist.
Oh, I did.
He had to rejoin again, so you have to just redo it again.
Okay, great. So I don't think anyone else in person to make a resident comment? Okay, great, thanks. All right, we will move into kudos and plaudits now. Should I go ahead and read this? And I think I can speak on behalf of the rest of the select board and a lot of folks in town as well in terms of this kudos and plaudits. So today we wanted to extend our sincere thanks and appreciation to our DPW employees for their extraordinary efforts during Winter Storm Fern. DPW staff worked more than 30 consecutive hours through challenging and hazardous conditions to plow roads, operate snow blowers, and shovel critical areas across the community. Their dedication and endurance made it possible for residents to safely get to work, ensured that trash and recycling services continued without interruption, and allowed municipal offices to open on Tuesday. This level of commitment reflects the professionalism, teamwork, and public service ethic that our DPW employees bring to their work every day, especially when the community needs them most. We are deeply grateful for their hard work, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment to keeping our town safe, accessible, and functioning during severe winter weather. Please join us in thanking our DPW team for a job exceptionally well done. And anyone else have a kudos plaudit? No? Okay. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Dan. Oh.
Josh, I guess I can go after.
What?
Here, go ahead.
All right, yeah, I also wanted to thank our residents too. I know just on my street alone, with all the fire hydrants, I think a lot of people stepped up, and not only did they have a lot of work on their own driveway and sidewalks, but also shoveling out the fire hydrants. So certainly not an easy task, but folks went above and beyond, and just wanted to thank our residents as well as the DPW, of course.
Great, thank you. And, sorry, Josh, go ahead.
Yes, I'm muted.
Yeah, thanks. So I'm at the 5th grade Center School Winter Concert. So if you hear any violins in the background, that's what that is. But I wanted to just give a shout out to my friend Chris Morgan, who was sworn in as a federal magistrate judge last week. It's a great accomplishment and something really impressive that happened, that a Long Meadow resident has achieved. So I just wanted to make that known, and I hope none of us are in front of him anytime soon.
All right, thanks, Josh.
Just two more.
oh, yeah, go
in
ahead,
my
Shelley.
switch us up a bit, congratulations to the Longmeadow boys track and field. They recently got won Western Mass, I believe, this weekend at the Pioneer Valley event, and also to the Longmeadow Wrestling Club, with many of the wrestlers coming placing in the last tournament. So great job to our high school teams.
Great, thank you. All right, and with that, we will move into interview appointments. So we are going to be voting tonight on the appointment for the Future Building Use Task Force, and just a couple notes at the top here. I just want to first of all thank everyone that applied and interviewed for this position. I think during my time on the select board, this is probably going to be my most difficult vote in terms of any appointments made. They were just all exceptional candidates, and I hope that the folks that, unfortunately maybe do not get selected for this will put their names forward for another position in town, because we could really use, that level of intelligence and dedication to the town. So thank you, and hopefully we will see the folks that don't get selected before us interview for a different position soon. And then a couple of our other things. Greg Morrison had interviewed for this position. And after our last meeting, the Historic Commission Chair, Tom King, emailed us and let us know that Greg Morrison would actually be their choice for that Historic Commission slot. The way that we worded it in the call, we said either a Historic Commission or Historic District Commission. There would be one seat for both of those commissions. We have not heard from the Historic District Commission yet, but in the event that we do, there are a couple of different ideas of how we would handle that, whether one of them would be given like a non-voting seat, or we may expand it, but I think that's probably a bridge we can cross when we get there. For right now, at least I am going to vote tonight as if Greg is going to have that Historic Commission seat, and so I will not be voting for him amongst this slate of candidates, because I wouldn't want to take away an opportunity from someone else if he's going to be on the committee anyways. So that I thought was important to note. And then also what we are going to do is kind of similarly to our process with the school committee, planning board, and some of the other appointments we've had recently, where there have been a few multiple candidates, and it's been a little bit more complex of the voting system. Everyone on the select board has a sheet in front of them with the names of the candidates. We're going to all vote for the top 7, and then I will read out everyone's votes, and we will see who the top 7 vote getters are. If there's tiebreakers, then we'll go back and do a revote for the tiebreakers. Any questions or comments before we vote? No? Okay, all right. So I'll give everyone a second to vote, and then I've got Josh's list here already. I haven't looked at it, and then I'll read them out. Oh, actually, maybe, so do I need to say who is voting for who, right?
Correct, yep.
Yeah, okay, so if you could write your name on it as well. All right. And do we have someone tallying this, or as I read it out, or should I just do it?
It's up to you.
Yeah.
I can tell you. You mean as you read it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you.
1 second.
Do you want one of the sheets, Mike? It might be easier.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yep. Sorry. All right. Okay, so Josh Levine's votes are for Paul Dunkerley, Earl Godfrey, Sarah Gregg, Zach Kushner, Ryan McCullum, Leonard Shaker, and Larry Starr. Okay. And my votes are for Bernie Cohen, Paul Dunkerley, Earl Godfrey, Sarah Gregg, David Lipke, Ryan McCullum, and Leonard Shaker. All right. Andrew Lamb's votes are for Paul Dunkerley, Earl Godfrey, Sarah Gregg, Zach Kushner, David Lipke, Ryan McCullum, and Larry Starr. Shelley Maynard DeWolf's votes are for Bernie Cohen, Paul Dunkerley, Sarah Gregg, Zach Kushner, David Lipke, Ryan McCullum, and Leonard Shaker. And Dan Zwirko's votes are for Bernie Cohen, Paul Dunkerley, Earl Godfrey, Sarah Gregg, Zach Kushner, Ryan McCullum, and Leonard Shaker.
Jeopardy music, anyone?
Yeah. Can you hum a tune?
No pressure.
Beneath, can we just have those? We'll keep them for the record.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Thanks.
Yep. Thank you. All right, we'll do that.
That'll be in the historical society someday.
Yes.
Don't worry about the tallies, just focus on those. That's
Okay.
what I have down for each of those.
Okay, all right, great, thank you. All right, so we've got 3 for, or actually, here, let me just start with the most. So Paul Dunkerley received 5 votes, Sarah Gregg received 5 votes, and Ryan McCullum received 5 votes. So those 3 are on, Paul Dunkerley, Sarah Gregg, Ryan McCullum. And then we have 3 more that received 4 votes. We've got Earl Godfrey, Zach Kushner, and Leonard Shaker. So then we've got 2 others that received 3 votes, Bernie Cohen and David Lipke. So we will have to go back and vote between Bernie Cohen and David Lipke for that 7th slot.
The forms?
Give it to.
Oh, that's all. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Beneath, it's between David and
Bernie Cohen.
Bernie Cohen.
So David
Okay, thank
Lipke
you.
and Bernie Cohen. Got myself on there. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then,
If there's a tie, will Josh verbally vote then?
well,
Probably.
Josh
Oh,
needs
yeah.
to vote.
Yeah.
He can
And he
either
just verbally
vote
vote?
in the chat or he
Yeah.
can verbally vote. whatever.
Okay, he's raising his hand, so
Okay.
let's take Josh's vote. All right, Josh, who do you vote for between Bernie Cohen and David Lipke?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I vote for David.
Okay, so 1 vote for David. Okay, and then Andrew voted for David. Shelley voted for David. So that's 3. And then just for the record, I voted for Bernie Cohen and Dan voted for Bernie Cohen. So. All right. Well, congratulations to the folks that got selected for the Future Building Use Task Force. I think we will have staff reach out soon with more information, and looking forward to working with you all and seeing, seeing the work and collaborating moving forward. And this is such an important job for the town. So thank you. All right. And then next up is select board comments. Does anyone have a select board comment? Okay. Yeah, I'll just quickly respond to just Mr. Shea's resident comment. Mr. Shea's been sending numerous emails to me with a lot of questions about fiber. I've been answering all the questions. After his last email, he said he felt like he was good on the fiber topic for now, and then decided to come and say, speak some more. So I can, I can go back and, of course, there was a lot going on in those 3 minutes, but I can go back and listen to it and then respond to you again by email and answer all your questions. But again, Tom, this is not a time, it's not a Q&A time or anything like that, right? This is select board comment. So happy to respond as I've been doing. And, you know, just some of these things like a blank Exhibit A, I think it was probably just a mistake on the agenda that to attach the wrong, or to just attach the IGA without the Exhibit A. There's nothing that was, you know, done intentionally or maliciously or anything like that. It's pretty straightforward. It's just the same type of bid. It's just an Eversource application fee, basically, and it's the same bid that we got from Whip City when we asked them for it. It's just a standard, you know, business, and there's really nothing more to it than that. And then, you know, some of these things with the changing numbers, you know, this was, and I've explained this to Mr. Shea multiple times over email. You know, this is why the design and engineering is done, is because before design and engineering is done, you make a best estimate, you figure out what you think it's going to be, and then you have design and engineering so that you actually know the costs. And so that's why some of these numbers changed, and that's really all there is to that. But other specific things, I know it's kind of like all over the place, but I will go back and listen to it and respond, and happy to keep the conversation going. I've responded to every email, answered every question, and will continue to do so. Anyone else with select board comments? Okay. Next up is, so we have our public hearing beginning at 7:30, so it's 7:21 right now. So we will skip over that and just wait until we get to 7:30 for the public hearing for the liquor license transfer application hearing. So next up is our application for a one-day liquor license. I will entertain a motion on that.
I make a motion to approve the one-day liquor license for the Longmeadow Adult Center on, February 26th, 2006.
Second.
26.
Second.
Any further discussion?
One second.
Oh, actually, Josh.
You have to promote him as a panelist again.
What did he do?
You good, Josh?
Just trying to get promoted. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so with no further discussion, we will go to a roll call vote.
Sorry, Vineet,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Andrew,
Yes.
Josh?
Yes.
Thank you.
Great. All right, next up is correspondence.
Sorry, there's one more application for the 5th as well.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I will entertain a motion for another Longmeadow Adult Community Center one-day liquor license application for, you said it was the 12th?
The 5th.
Oh, the
Oh,
5th.
is there 2 dates?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, I'm
well,
sorry.
there's 2 forms,
Oh,
just one
okay.
is below it.
Yep.
February
For
5th.
February 5th.
So moved.
Second.
Great.
Mr. Mafety?
Sorry, any further discussion? Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Mr. Mafety?
Yes.
Mrs. Werko?
Yes.
Sally Mayor DeWolf?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mr. Levine? You here, Josh?
Yes.
Okay, great. And then correspondence. Any comments on, or anything about correspondence? Okay. Lynn, I think we can fit in the town manager's report.
Awesome. I will be quick. All right, an update on the DPW demolition for the old facility. We received our final Mass DEP approvals that we've been waiting on. They have imposed quite a few conditions on the demolition, including environmental monitoring, which will add some cost to the overall project. We're going to work with Ty and Bond, who's been our consulting engineer on this. They will be performing some soil samples and testing in the next few weeks. We anticipate being able to put this project out to bid, the actual demolition of it out to bid in the next few weeks. And as a reminder, this project's gone on for quite a while. When we did get some quotes initially just to see what the market was for taking this building down, it actually exceeded what we had available for funding. So we're really hoping that the market has shifted a bit and we'll get favorable bids this time. So I'll report back in the next few weeks once we have an idea on what those bids look like. Over the January 22nd and 24th, the town staff, some town staff and select board members, Hamavathi and Zwerko, attended Mass Municipal Association's Connect 351 conference. This is a statewide gathering of local officials just to talk about everything municipal. We get to network with our peers, we learn from each other, we meet with vendors, and we get to hear from state officials as well. We had a really strong showing, and it's been some great professional development for our new team, our newish team. This year we had a cohort from DPW that attended. We all participated in various different sessions, some on AI and HR, hot topics in municipal government, disaster response, keeping your cool when the public loses theirs, and fiscal outlook with Division of Local Services. An update on the Storrs Library renovation. As people may know, the Board of Trustees has engaged with Johnson Robert Associates architecture firm to design a renovation of the library. They are holding an info and input session on February 5th, so that's Wednesday, from 2 to 3 or 6 to 7. This is open for all residents or all users of the library to please give their feedback on the plans. The architect will present, and then they'll seek feedback. You can register to attend at the longmeadowlibrary.org website. And the town has received a 2026 Cybersecurity Awareness Program grant. This is being spearheaded by the IT department, and both the town and school will be taking part. This is a Executive Office of Technology Services and Security, Office of Municipal and Social Technology Cybersecurity Awareness Program. And it's going to be 12 months of free online cybersecurity training with participation from all employees that will be enrolled in the training program. So we're really happy to be able to offer that. Happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Great. Any questions, comments? Great. All right. Thank you, Lynn. And we've still got a few minutes, so we can move into the January 2026 meeting minutes. I'll entertain a motion to approve the January 20th, 2026 meeting minutes.
Make a motion to approve the January 20th, 26 minutes.
Second.
Any further discussion? All right. Peggy?
Mr. Hemaphathy?
Yes.
Mrs. Werko?
Yes.
Shelley Mayer DeWolf?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mr. Levine?
Yes.
Thank you.
Great, thank you, okay. And I think we can kind of get set up here now for the public hearing. So if the folks that are here as the transferees for the liquor license, if you all can come up and have a seat.
Is it right if I move the chair a little?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Just, can you move the mics with you too, if you don't mind?
Oh, okay, sure.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you for joining us, and I will entertain a motion to open a liquor license transfer application hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, roll call.
Mr. Hemaphathy?
Yes.
Mrs. Werko?
Yes.
Shelley Mayer DeWolf?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mr. Levine?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. So we're here tonight to hear about and to vote on the liquor license transfer application hearing from the bottle shop to a new buyer. So I will first start off with just allowing you all to just introduce yourselves to the select board.
All right, good evening, everyone. Thanks again for your time. I'm Talia Williams from Doherty Wallace, and I represent the Bottle Shop Wine and Liquor LLC, who is the applicant. I'm actually covering from someone else from my office tonight, but I'm Talia.
Yeah, I'm Darsh Patel. So I'm currently just working at Four Seasons Longmeadow under my dad's, but I'm just currently there, and I'm trying to get into the business with my experience in hand.
Great, thank you.
No
So if you could just all maybe start off a little bit about just telling us about the proposed business, what the plans are.
Sure. So it's my understanding that this was actually an existing location. It was a business that had been operated prior, but due to a fire, there had to be a rebuild, and it was shut down for a while. I'm not sure how long that was operated for, but we're seeking to transfer the license to the new LLC. Darsh has been involved in his father's business, which I believe is also in town, for quite some time. He's worked there for quite some time, and now he's breaking into the business and will be the primary manager of the LLC at the 909 Shaker Road location. His intention is to be there for a minimum of 40 hours per week. And he has experience and he sort of knows how these things go already from working with his father. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have specifically. But essentially, they're just seeking the transfer so they can open up and start up.
Start.
Great, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things in these hearings is always, the select board's always interested in hearing about, and it's good to know is that that the folks taking over have some experience in the business that they're already bringing and kind of not starting from scratch necessarily. So that's nice to hear. Is there an idea yet of when the business will be actually opening and, to the public?
I don't know. I think we're still waiting on some transfers of license here and there, but I'm not really sure. Probably by end of summer, I would feel end of this summer.
Okay, so about summerish, we're thinking
So
about,
yeah, at least we're looking summer, end of summer. Yeah.
Okay, great. And, some of the kind of standard questions that are usually asked are about whether, you all are aware of the TIP certifications that are necessary and the compliance checks that will happen.
Yeah, I already took the TIP certificate exam last year, so I think I'm valid till 3 more years, till 2028. So yeah, I already have the certified TIP certificate.
Okay, great, thank you. Any other questions or comments from the board?
I just had one quick question. Will there be in the past there was like a bottle return section? Will that still be?
Yeah,
functioning?
I think we'll still be having the bottle deposit, redemption thing open. Yeah.
Great. Anything else? Josh, does Josh have anything?
Well, Beneath, you took a lot of the words right out of my mouth. And I don't, I wish you all the best of luck. And we don't want to see you again for any violations. I don't know if you've watched our past hearings when this comes up, but we do have things in town. The police and the state both come by to make sure that everyone's getting their IDs checked. And so I urge you to be very vigilant about that. Get an ID scanner. Do your best to make sure that the laws are being followed.
Okay.
Great. Thank you. Okay. Anything
Yeah,
else? Thank you, Josh. All right. There's nothing else, then I will entertain a motion to adjourn the liquor license transfer application hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion?
Mr. Mavati?
Yes.
Mrs. Swerko?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mr. Levine?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now that we've adjourned the hearing, we can now take a vote to execute the transfer application or entertain any motions.
I make a motion to execute the liquor transfer license. Do I have to be more specific?
Is that good enough?
Yeah, to execute the transfer application.
Yeah.
And then you just have to make a motion, or you can add it to the motion to do a 16C finding, which is that the business has no detrimental effect to any, or detrimental impact to any school, church, synagogue, or hospital within 500 feet.
So I'd like to add to my motion.
So
amended, yeah.
Second.
Mike, is it near Wolf Swamp?
I think it was just right outside of the range, so just to be safe, it's probably best that you make that as part of the motion.
Yeah, certainly can't hurt.
Yep.
Great. Thank you for that. And any further discussion? Okay, Peggy?
I would just
sorry.
note that we have this license that's being transferred is up for renewal very shortly tonight, and I think that we should just make, I don't know if we want to make this motion contingent on approval of the transfer, so it's in effect when this application is actually going through.
Okay, can we do so amended on that too?
Yep.
All right.
Can you just clarify what you want that to say then?
That this, that the transfer application is dependent on the subsequent extension of the liquor license.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys, the orchestra is currently warming up, so it's very loud. I would say approve the transfer application, subject to approval of the underlying license to be renewed.
Josh and I are on the same wavelength tonight. Okay, great. So I think with that, we're ready for a vote now. Roll call.
Mr. Abate?
Yes.
Mrs. Zwerko?
Yes.
Ms. Mayor DeWolf?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mr. Levine?
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you. Well, congratulations, you know, we wish you all the best, and, you know, of course, you know, you've already been working in Long Meadow, so you know how great of a community this is, and I'm sure that the whole community will be rallying around and making sure that you guys are, you know, successful in this.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
For your time.
All right. So next up is the bottle shop liquor license extension. So kind of, Josh kind of tee this one up right now. Oh yeah, Jim, if you want to come on up. So obviously we've got the transfer here. The liquor license was extended to, I think it was either today or tomorrow, February 2nd or February 3rd. And when we previously talked about this, we talked about, you know, Mr. Patel mentioned that they were looking at kind of like a summer opening, and we talked about having this process after we voted on this to go to the ABCC and on the state level, that it would take a few months for that to all happen, and for this business to open in the summer, so that if we had gotten to this point and the transfer and everything was in place, that we were going to possibly extend this liquor license out until the summer, to just give this all time to play out without having to come back again and vote on another extension. So that's what I recall from our conversation about this. But Jim, I don't know if you have anything you want to add to that?
No.
Okay. And if anybody on the select board, anything to add to that? Or comments, anything? Okay. So if that is the case, I will entertain a motion to extend the bottle shop liquor license to, let's see,
Beneath, I think at this point, we could extend through the rest of the year as a normal license, now that we have an approval or a transfer in place.
okay, so would that be until November 30th then?
No, December 31st.
December 31st? Okay, all right, so I'll entertain a motion to extend the bottle shop liquor license until December 31st, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? All right, Peggy?
Mr. Abate?
Yes.
Mrs. Zwerko?
Yes.
Ms. Mayor DeWolf?
Oh, sorry, Beneath, I would like to have a little bit of further discussion.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Now, Jim, I see you sitting in front of us. I do feel like the select board has been, and the town has been put in a bit of a bind because of a mistake you made. And I understand it was a mistake, and because of that, I don't want to, this is a lot of money to you, and I don't want to get in the way of that. But I do feel like I was especially treated unfairly during this process, and my name was dragged through the mud, and I don't think that that was right. And I'm not going to harbor a grudge and do anything wrong, or try to do anything wrong, but I don't like the way this went about. And I think we're doing you a favor here, and it may go to the state, and the state may still say, no, you missed the deadline, and that's that. But I'm not willing, I'm going to look beyond that and try to do the right thing for you. So I'm going to vote yes, but I don't like the way this went down.
All right, thank you, Josh. Okay, now I think we can go for a vote.
Mr. Abate?
Yes.
Mrs. Zwerko?
Yes.
Ms. Mayor DeWolf?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mr. Levine?
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you. All right, thank you all, appreciate it.
All right, I'm gonna sign off now, and I will be into the meeting after the concert. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Josh. So next up is the Park and Rec seasonal department fees discussion.
So these were presented to you at your last meeting, and then now they need a vote. So your rules call for not voting the same night if we can help it, and we have some time with these. So they're back to you tonight for a vote if you're ready to do that.
Great.
I'll make a motion. I move that we accept the fee structure as written for the Parks and Rec.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? All right, all those in favor? Great. All right. Great, it's 7:40 and we're bringing Erica on for the quarterly investment report, which I think is the earliest we've ever had her on for this.
Yours okay, Erica?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we
thank
can. And I'll turn it over to you, Erica.
Thank you. I'm here tonight to submit my quarterly report on the status of the town's cash and investments for the period ending December 31st, 2025. As per the investment policy, the town held no long-term investments that exceeded the 5-year.
Who's coming in as a panelist?
Hang on, Erica.
Sorry guys, can you hear me? I thought I started, but I don't think I was actually in.
We're just moving you into the meeting as a panelist. Give us 1 second.
Okay, no problem.
That's just our video. There she goes. There we go.
Good.
All right, we got you now, Erica.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So I'm here tonight to submit my quarterly report on the status of the town's cash and investments for the period ending December 31st, 2025. As per the investment policy, the town held no long-term investments that exceeded the 5-year limit. The individual bank balances were under the $20 million balance provision. All banks received the highest safety rating of green from Bearer Bank except for Newburyport Savings Bank. All accounts were fully insured or secured. In the second quarter of fiscal year 2025, we have seen some rates decrease with the Fed adjustments. The most noteworthy was Eastern Bank, which had a reduction in the rate in the investment account from 4.35% to 3.5%. The treasurer and assistant treasurer are closely monitoring interest rates and moving funds to the appropriate accounts that will optimize investments with the best return. Newburyport Savings Bank changed from a green Bearer Bank rating to a yellow status. There's attachment that you can see with 2 representatives from Newburyport Savings Bank that I reached out to, one when this first came out and then one recently for a status update. They do seem pretty optimistic that we're going to go back to green. I think they're going to get the loan provisions from one of the 3 institutions or one of the 3 loans that they're watching. The OPEB Pension Reserves Investment Fund experienced a gain in quarterly interest. The quarter ended with a net increase of approximately $202,000, and the December 31st balance is approximately $9.7 million. Also noteworthy, during the last quarter, the town earned a total of approximately $629,000 in interest. The Treasurer's Office will continue to seek the best possible interest rates and diversify funds appropriately to maximize investment potential while being in compliance with Massachusetts state laws and regulations. We will also closely monitor all accounts to ensure safety and security of all of our investments.
Great, thank you so much, Erica. Any questions, comments? All right, and we have you out of here at 7:44.
Wonderful. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful night.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
And next up, we have the utility bill insert requests. Lynn, do you want to speak to these?
Yeah, so we've been strategizing in the office about different ways to reach people and make sure that they're aware of, important things. And so we have crafted a utility bill insert. One side would notify about the town manager's newsletter and the mobile app with allowing a QR code for them to directly sign up. And then the other side would be announcing a save the date for the annual town meeting. We are highlighting in here some high interest articles that we anticipate being on the warrant. I would like to discuss this with you tonight because we haven't set the warrant yet. And so I don't know for certain that these will be on there. So we could be more generic in what we put. Or if we feel like we're willing to take a risk and say that these might be there, we could leave it. The mailing is next week, so we don't really have a ton of time. So I really just wanted to have a discussion with you. Some of this also related to the Fiber Spring presentation where we were talking to them about how we were going to generate awareness about this and just the project as a whole. And this insert goes to every utility bill customer in the town.
Might I suggest you just say may include, articles of high interest may include? That'll basically solve your.
I was gonna say the same thing, or potential, just so people understand it's still a little fluid.
And I think to that list, we might want to add the center school windows.
Yep.
Because I know that's one that I'm hearing a lot about.
It'll be the roof, not
Or
the
sorry,
windows.
yeah, sorry, yes.
That'll be probably the fall. So
Yeah, right.
it's coming up right after it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a great idea. It's really hard to reach people, and anything that we can do, I think is great.
It's a good idea to utilize this mailing that already has to happen. Just an expensive way of getting in front of people.
I like it.
So it does require a vote of the water sewer commissioners to authorize us to insert something into the billing. Was there another one too, Mike?
Yeah,
I thought
it's
there was
our
two.
Sewer insert.
Okay.
Yeah, it's from the DPW for the sewer insert for
Yeah.
wipes down the toilets
Yes,
and drains.
this has become an all too frequent problem. And so they are wanting to put a insert in just to remind people what not to flush, because they're prone to backups when you flush things that are not supposed to be flushed, which is expensive and messy.
It's all because of those Costco flushable wipes everyone's got now.
Speak for yourself.
I have one question, if we could go back to the other mailer, and maybe this is something we can't do or wouldn't do. Would it make sense also to put on save the date for the June 3rd elections, just to remind folks?
Sure.
About
Yeah.
that? I don't know what everyone else feels, but that probably couldn't hurt.
Yep.
Anything else? Okay. So I will entertain a motion to approve the utility bill and sewer bill inserts as attached to the agenda with the talked about changes.
Second.
All right.
So moved.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Second.
Okay. Any further discussion? All right. All those in favor?
Roll call.
Oh, Josh is up.
Okay.
Yep, here, so, great. And then we've got the select board town manager policy review.
So this has been on the goals, and we keep moving it ahead and ahead and ahead because it just falls in priority fairly low compared to some of the other things we've done. And so in our agenda setting last week with Josh, we talked about including the table of contents and potentially divvying out amongst the 5 select board members and then Mike and I to really each take a handful and revise them, make some suggested edits and bring them back. Trying to tackle it all as one document, by 1 or 2 people seems to be too much of a task. And so that was our latest idea on trying to update these. We can.
That sounds fine.
Sounds reasonable.
So there are a lot of policies, and I actually think there's probably more than we need. So if the recommendation ends up coming back saying we don't need this, I think that's okay too. Don't be concerned about that. Over time, I've looked at these and thought, the website content policy, for example, this is somewhat of an archaic policy from when a website was just being launched. So some of this we might not need.
Just to add to that, there's
Yeah.
a few examples where, like for your objects on the tree belt policy, for instance, there's a few examples of where in the general bylaws there may conflict with something in there. So it's about also comparing what's in the bylaws to what's in the policy to just make sure that if we're approving something, it's not, going against one or the other. So that's just an example off the top of my head of something that we could find in this review.
So might I suggest that, that sounds good, and maybe if you and Mike wanna just
Sure.
assign things to us afterward, then we can just do that. If anyone has
Yep.
wants to change, they can let you know or something from what they've been assigned.
That sounds great. Yeah, we could create a document and maybe put some comments in there of stuff we've already looked
Yeah.
at, or stuff that we've flagged as maybe being in a bylaw as well.
Yep. And this is the most up-to-date version, so everything that's been approved up until January 1st is in this, with the latest mobile food cart policy and so on.
Great.
Tactical question. As we're reviewing these, if what is the expectation that we review, come back with our, what if you have questions, how do we have that dialogue? If we have questions along the way, what's the best way to?
Yeah, I think it depends on the question. It would probably be Mike or I, or the chair, or if they're financial ones, it would be Ian. He has spent a good bit of time looking at the finance ones.
Okay.
And I know he was planning to come back to you with those. I think they need to go to finance committee first.
Okay.
I
I
would
just didn't know if
imagine
we
you'd want-
wanted to do that type of stuff before coming back, or I.
Probably.
Not having gone through, okay.
It might be a little
So we can just
smoother.
interact with you and Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With kind of questions, and then bring it all together in a pretty good state before we bring it back to a public meeting.
I think so. If it seems like that's not gonna work, we can adjust.
Okay.
And like you said before, there may be a few that don't need to be touched at all, and there may be a few that don't even need to be amended, they just need to be completely struck in, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. All right, so we'll look out for homework.
Assignments.
Absolutely. So just to clarify, for the next meeting, we'll bring back the assignments, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All those in favor? All right, thank you, everyone, and we will see you next on February 23rd.
Thank you.
Thank you.
New record.